Without further ado, please help me welcome our first guest of the day, Lee McCollum. He is the manager of university and programs recruiting for Exelon. So Lee, thank you for joining us and welcome. I'll let you take it away.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Can everyone see me and hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much for inviting me to participate in this great event that you guys are hosting over the next 3 days. This is a wonderful opportunity for the students to learn more about Exelon. And as Sarah had mentioned, again, thank you, Sarah. My name is Lee McCollum. I am the manager of university and programs recruitment for all of Exelon Enterprise, which is in all of the states or except 2 within the United States of America. And I am so grateful to have this opportunity to share with you what opportunities we have for our internships and just to give you an overview of who Exelon is, just in case you haven't heard. So I'm going to be sharing my screen here in a couple of minutes. So I hope everyone will be able to see. Let me know if you guys can see it. It should say 2021 internship overview. Sarah, are we good?
Able to see it is in preview mode.
Okay, it's in what mode?
Preview mode.
Okay, let me show you. Let me reshare. How about now?
Perfect.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for helping me out there, Sarah. So just to give you an overview of our internship program, and first I'm gonna give you an overview of who Exelon is. So I have a little short agenda here. Just to let you know who Exelon is, our purpose, our mission, our values, our vision, our Exelon is the industry leader, just electricity 101, how we generate energy and how we transmit it, our internship requirements and the selection process, and then we'll open up for some questions. So our purpose is powering a brighter future for our customers community. We live by this purpose. We are very intentional when it comes to ensuring that we engage our customers in our communities to ensure that we're providing the safest and the cleanest energy that we can as possible for our community and customers. Our mission is simple, is to be a leading diversified company by providing clean, reliable energy and affordable energy products to our customers. And our vision is that, we thrive on performance that drives progress. We believe in progression. We believe in innovation. We believe in the best-in-class performance and thought leadership that helps drive progress for our customers and our communities. Our values, we're dedicated to safety. Safety is priority in our organization. We always have safety stand downs. We have safety meetings prior to work beginning in all of our locations. So safety is what we, of course, is paramount to the business or the industry that we're in. We actively pursue excellence. We always ensuring that we have the best in class in everything. As I mentioned before, we innovate to better serve our customers. We're always finding ways to provide a more efficient way of delivering clean energy to our customers and creating solutions that matter most to our customers. We engage our customers quite a bit to ensure they're satisfied with our services that we deliver for them. And we also meet with them to talk about what we're doing and how we're doing it and the energy that we provide. We act with integrity and are accountable to our communities. We're very engaged, as I mentioned before, with our communities. We always keep them in mind. We make decisions about how we want to do things differently to make sure that there's no impact on what they do and how they do it. Our integrity is very important to us. We are very transparent company. If there are issues, if there are concerns, we're always open to ensure that we're available and accessible to our customers to talk about those. We succeed as an inclusive and diverse team. Also, equality should be included in there. We foster a culture of diversity and inclusion and equality. We respect the differences that we have with our backgrounds, our traits, our decisions, our what we bring to the table. In our meetings, we make sure that we have a culture that's inclusive, that everyone has an opportunity to present their ideas and whatever in their perspectives doing at any time. We're an industry leader. We are a Fortune 100 company. We're the nation's leading competitive energy provider with revenues of $35.9 billion. We conduct business in 48 states, as I mentioned before, and we have over 34,000 people worldwide. Exelon works in every stage of the energy business. Our energy is generated through our Exelon Generation operating company, and then Constellation is where we sell the energy, and then is distributed through our utilities, BGE, ComEd, PECO, Pepco, Delmarva Power, and ACE, Atlantic City Electric, which I'll explain those a little bit further as we move along. From our generation perspective, this is our portfolio, our overview. Nuclear is 62% of our business. Natural gas is 20%. Hydroelectric is 4%. Wind is 4%. Natural gas and oil is 3%. Then oil alone is 3%. Solar and landfill. Solar is 1%, and landfill gas is about 1.19%. And again, we're looking to increase our wind and our solar portfolios in the future, and we have some good things in the works to ensure we do that. So here are our utilities, and made up of 6 powerful utilities. BGE, which is Baltimore Gas and Electric, which is located in the Baltimore area, in the Maryland area primarily. Then we have ComEd, Commonwealth Edison is in Illinois. PECO is Pennsylvania Electric Company, which is located in the Philadelphia area. Then we have Pepco Holdings, PHI, which makes up Pepco, which is down in the DC region. Delmarva Power, which is the Delaware, your region. And we have Atlantic City Electric, is primarily New Jersey area. We have over 10 million customers. As you can see from the graphic here, we have quite a few employees in the utility space, and our service territories stretch quite a bit throughout those different regions. We have 2,300 square miles in BGE. We have 11,400 square miles in ComEd. We have 21 in PECO, and then we have over 8,300 in the Pepco Holdings area. Our utilities provide gas to 1.5 million customers through BGE, PECO, and Delmarva Power, and our total service population is 15.4 million residents. So here's a little bit about electricity 101, how it's generated. The step 1, electricity is generated at one of our many different power plants located throughout the nation. They're located primarily in Illinois, New York, in Maryland, and Pennsylvania. Once it's generated or at the plants, then it travels through the power plant to what we call high voltage transmission lines to substations. And from there, it goes, the voltage is reduced, and so it can travel through our distribution system. And at a transmission level, it's reduced even more so that it can be accepted by homes and businesses. And then the service lines carry that electricity to your homes and to your business. So that's just a simple way of how we generate energy and how it is transmitted to get to your homes and to the businesses. This is Delaware Day, so I want to make sure I capture our service territory as in reference to your location and where we're located, our service territory. As I mentioned before, Pepco Holdings is 8,340 square miles. Atlantic City Electric is 547 customers served. And Delmarva Power, which is the Delaware area, as I mentioned, is 515 electric and 130 in natural gas. And Pepco, the DC area, is 842,000 customers. So it's a total of 5.4 million population served. And you see the map here. The DC region is in green. The Delaware area, that our service territory, is in the orange. We refer to as the cottage cheese graphic, and then the blue is the New Jersey area. So know more about our internship experience. Our focus with our internship experience is, this is pretty much a 10-week interview for you, for us to get the opportunity to see how you can transfer your skills from the classroom into a work environment. So it gives the opportunity for the managers to take a hard look at you, and you to take a look at our culture to see if it's a fit for you. We provide meaningful work. These are the keys to our success, because we provide meaningful work, meaning that you're not filing papers or running errands or doing anything like that. You are actually put into the business, and you're actually doing meaningful work that's that's applicable to what the position or the your engineering or whatever background you're seeking to pursue. We have mentors that are assigned throughout the for the summer. You get the opportunity to be paired with someone that's going to kind of mentor you, and that's going to be your go-to person to talk about any issues you may have, meaning that there may be something you want to learn, or you want some professional development, or just someone you can engage for any questions. We set clear expectations. That's the first thing we do when you arrive. We outline exactly what your expectations are, what your project is going to look like, and what our evaluations look like also, because you're evaluated 3 times over the summer. Cultural exposure, again, you're actually ingrained into the department. You to participate in department meetings, and some interns even lead some of those department meetings just to get them accustomed to leading a group activity. And then increase retention and conversion. Our intention is to continue to have the same interns come back every year, and possibly have them become a permanent employee with us after they graduate from college. So this is our application process. You go to our website, which is www.exeloncorp.com/careers. And the requisition here number is, I just put down just to see what a requisition number is, 6 digits. And we do have requisitions based on disciplines, on majors. So if you're a finance major, there's a requisition for that. If you're engineering, and we have an engineering posting for those who are pursuing jobs in engineering in this area, from in the Delaware region, Maryland, or Philadelphia region, and they all are based on region. We have requisitions that are separated or divided by regions. Once you submit your application, your resume, we encourage you to make sure you attach your resume PDF format. Don't just do it plain Word text, because it may not transfer. So we encourage you to do a PDF and then attach your resume to your application. And then after you've submitted it, you will receive a notification indicating that we received your application, and you will get that via email. And the requirements of our intern, currently enrolled in a bachelor's degree program, with the exception of our high school internships. The requirements are a little bit different, because it's just based on your year in high school. Minimum GPA requirement is cumulative 2.8, major 2.8. You want to have a track record of academic performance. We encourage you to contribute to a team-oriented environment. Hopefully, you've had the opportunity to engage in any kind of organizations, either at high school or at college, just to give you some experience of working in a team environment, or maybe you worked on a project that's required at your school. Ability to work creatively and analytically in problem-solving environment. Excellent leadership and communication, written and verbal, and interpersonal skills. Being involved with campus activities enables you to build those type of skills there. And hopefully, if you decide to engage in those activities, that you try to hold some type of office within that particular organization, or the student government, athletics, or fraternities, sororities, whatever your choice is. So some of the benefits of our program: it's a 10-week program that goes from June to August. The standard working hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You usually don't work any overtime. And I say our pay varies based on your classification. If you're a high school, it's based on that. Sophomore, junior, senior, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, our pay is definitely based on what your classification is. Internship timeline: we posted jobs, and we've already posted the jobs. The jobs have been posted since August. After they've been posted, we've attended already about 49 career fairs virtually throughout the United States. East Coast, West Coast, North, South. We've been to quite a few schools over the last couple of months. During that time, at the career fairs, some of the hiring managers have taken the time to speak to some of the students and have interviewed them on the next day, after they have spoken to them, if they felt they were a good fit for the position they're applying for. We will review resumes. We've already started reviewing resumes for some of the positions that are open, that have where managers didn't get an opportunity to speak with anyone at the career fairs. Then we schedule the interviews after the hiring manager has decided, I want to interview this individual. They reach back out to my team and we schedule those interviews. After the interview, if that candidate is successful, we make a contingent offer, and our goal is to have all offers or 80% of our internship positions filled before Christmas. Be a nice Christmas gift to know that next summer you already got a job. You don't have to worry about it. Just focus on your work for the spring. And those, when we say contingent offers, they're all dependent on whether or not you pass a background check and medical screening, and that process starts in March, which means we'll reach back out to you. We'll send you an email stating you to complete to initiate the background check, and after you've done the initiation, fill out the initial documents to initiate the background screening, then the process, or what we call the pre-boarding process, will start, and we'll also email you what's called a onboarding tour, which kind of walks you through filling out the W-4, and we also send you information about filling the I-9s, and that's all part of our onboarding or pre-boarding process. Then after which, the internships are scheduled to start in June, and from 10 weeks from there, it goes to probably that second week in August. And that's the end of the presentation. Are there any questions? I see I saw also a couple of things in the chat. So
yeah, Lee, I'm happy.
We'll start there.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lee, for your presentation and walking us
through
internship opportunities with Exelon and Delaware and beyond. It was super informative, and we appreciate you starting off Delaware days for us.
No problem.
We do have about 10 minutes left, and we have a few questions that I'll pose to you from the Q&A. So if you have not done so already and you have a question for Lee from Exelon, please go ahead and submit that now in the Q&A box along the bottom of your screen. I've been sent a few private messages as well. So Lee, I'll pose a few questions to you.
Okay.
So starting, Emily has asked, what are some qualities that you look for in a potential intern? I know you went over the requirements, but just kind of in general, what kind of person are you looking for?
We're looking for a well-rounded individual, because we put you in positions where you get the opportunity to present to senior leadership. So we want an individual who, public speaking is not that easy anyway. It doesn't matter how many classes you take. It's still not easy. Even me doing this presentation, I was still nervous before it started, because you just never, it's just automatic. I mean, I don't think everyone just automatically or is comfortable doing any type of presentation. So being as much practice as you can get, presenting in front of people, leading a team, being a well-rounded, just don't be a bookworm. Try to engage in activities that's just going to build your interpersonal skills. So we look to see if that individual can fit in our culture in that capacity.
Yes, sir. Okay. Love that answer. And what is, or how early are you open to taking high school students for these internships?
High school recruiting starts in the spring, because their process is a little bit shorter, and it also depends on, we have what we call operating companies, and I share with some little operating companies like the BGEs, the Pepco Holdings, and their high school programs are different. They operate differently. We usually don't start the process of hiring high school interns until the February or March timeframe, and that's when we'll start posting the positions for high schools then.
Fantastic. Are there internships over the summer?
Yes, they're all over the summer. And some of our operating companies, they hire interns throughout the year to work part-time after school. So it just depends on the area that you live in.
Okay, fantastic. We had a few new questions pop in.
That's fine.
Chris is asking, what's your favorite thing about working at Exelon?
My favorite thing, Exelon is a great company. I'm not saying that just to be saying that. I've worked for quite a few companies at Exelon. They really value their people. They really invest in your people. I have presented things I want to do to my manager, and as long as it's within the guidelines of the company, go for it. And there's an opportunity for you to invest in yourself through the company. I mean, we have a education reimbursement program. I was able to pursue my master's degree through the company, and they paid for it. So they really invest in their people. They care, even through these uncertain times. They're constantly checking on, doing a pulse check with the people to see if they're okay. During this pandemic, doing this social injustice, it's a company that really intentionally cares about its people. So that's what has me the most excited about working for Exelon.
That's great to hear. And that kind of leads me, and you touched on your master's just briefly.
Mhm.
Paige asks, Lee, where did you go to school and what did you study?
Oh, great. I attended the University of South Carolina, home of the Fighting
Ah,
Gamecocks. I am from South Carolina, and
I'm
I'm
in
currently,
Charleston right now, Lee.
say what?
I said, I'm in Charleston right
Oh,
now.
wow. I'm from Dillon, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. And so that's where I got my undergraduate degree. I graduated a long time ago. A long time ago. I don't mind telling you, I graduated in December of 1993. So I've been out of school a long time, but I didn't pursue my master's until a couple of years ago. So even in my older age, I pursued a master's degree, and I got it online from Capella University. Capella is a very competitive university, and I got my master's in human resources from there that I completed September of last year.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
We're kind of rivals. I went to Florida State, so.
Oh, yeah.
Rivals. Our next question is from Charles. He asks, should middle school students be focusing on building the social and interpersonal skills before searching and applying for internships and jobs?
A middle school student?
Mm-hmm.
A middle school, you should, as a middle school student, you should be exploring what you want to do for the rest of your life. I encourage you to pursue STEM majors, or look at going into some type of STEM academy if you have that opportunity within your area. And just, you trying to figure out in middle school what I want to do, because that's when you around the 7th grade, you're about to go into junior high school and you're wondering, what am I going to do? Because high school is going to be coming real quick, and then you're going to have to buckle down beginning in your 9th grade, because that's when everything is really going to count to determine where your grades fall for when you graduate. So you really need to be thinking about, what do I want to do for the rest of my life, and explore some careers. That's don't, we can no longer, back in my day, you can major in business, and because you have like the big companies that was hiring people with business, but you got to go a little bit deeper. You got to be more disciplined with your majors. If you want to major in business, what area of business? You want finance, you want accounting, you want human resources, and do some research on the career you choose to explore.
Yes, sir. We have 2 final questions for
Okay.
you. Got advice there. Oriana asks, what team-based activities are you looking for us to engage in? I'm not sure if she's asking that in regard to the internship, but what team-based activities? Go ahead.
Any kind of team-based activity that helps build your interpersonal skills. You could be playing a sport. You could a sport, any athletic activity builds team building, because you're not shooting, you're not dribbling, shooting anything by yourself. You're not playing those 5 players by yourself. It's a team activity. So that's how you will build those skills there, because you're learning to engage the rest of your teammates. You're learning how to work together. You're coming up with strategies to do things differently. So in any capacity that enables you to work with a group of people, that's teaming.
Perfect.
And you're building on each other's strengths and weaknesses, and just helping navigate through that.
Yes, sir. So stay involved, everyone in school.
Just stay involved, yeah.
So our final 2 questions before we wrap up our first session, Lee. Inaya asks, what is the policy on freshmen becoming an intern?
We do hire freshmen as interns. The policy is, if you impress the managers enough, they offer you the position. So yeah, we do. In our PHI area, this is Delaware days. In the Delaware area, we post high school internships at the various schools. And if you're afforded the opportunity to be a high school intern, and you go into a role for within PHI that they're looking for, as far as say, for example, if it's a STEM role and it's a high school STEM internship, we automatically bring you back the next year. So I started out in high school. Now I'm going to pursue my STEM degree or what have you. You're automatically an intern until you graduate.
Great. Fantastic.
As long as you meet the qualifications. Yeah.
So most everyone who's attending today is qualified, which is
wonderful.
And our last question, Lee, from Emily is, if you could give your high school self a piece of advice, what would it be?
My high school self back in 1988, 89. Um, we were not privileged to have the tools you guys have now. You know, we didn't have internet, we didn't have cell phone, we didn't have any of that stuff. So, you know, we relied on the library, encyclopedias. And so myself then I would have definitely taken a little bit more time to figure out, you know, because my career was changed when I got to college. When I went to college, I wanted to be an accountant. Didn't work out. I changed my major to human resources. So you really I really take a hard look at what you're passionate about prior to making a decision. And so I think that's what I would have done differently. And instead of waiting until my sophomore year to make a major change. So just really taking the time to understand what is it I want to do. So that's why I encourage you to please understand what you are passionate about or what you want to do. So that's what I would have done differently.
Great answer. Well, Lee, it's been such a pleasure having you. Thank you for answering.
No problem. My pleasure.
Yeah, and for providing so much great information about next steps for our attendees and exploring internships with Exelon. We will be, of course, to all of the attendees, following up with this recording after the event ends, so you'll be able to go back and reference this information. But Lee, thank you again for joining us and starting off Delaware Days.
All right, good luck to the rest of you. Enjoy yourselves and take full advantage of these Delaware Days. Good job, Sarah and team, for putting this together, and I appreciate it. Was an honor and privilege to be with you all this morning. Thank you so much.